Khaled Mouzanar. A love for culture and traveling brought me to Beirut. I got a flat, got situated, got a job. Yeah, a job making a video about Khaled Mouzanar. But who is Khaled Mouzanar? Founder of Moose Records, music composer, singer-songwriter, winner of a Cannes Film Festival Award for Best Music, Stockholm Film Festival winner for Best Soundtrack. My boss said, "Don't you know who Khaled is?" People on the street said, "Don't you know Caramel?" Or "Where do we go now?" My friends just laughed and said, "Haha, stupid Americans." But I stumbled upon him working on his vineyard in Olive Grove in the mountains of Batron.
We're closing.
At first, I wasn't even sure I'd found the right Khaled.
As a musician, I think I need a lot of calm. I feel that music is listening to your body, that secretes music, like it's secreting a hormone or something. So for you to listen to your body, you need calm. I was raised during the war. I was born in Beirut, in a city. So because of the war, we had to flee from the city a lot of times. So I grew up in the mountains, in the middle of the forest too. So maybe also it's something that is in relation to my childhood. My wife tells me that I'm maybe losing a lot of time. Maybe I should be maybe now writing music instead of being there with workers and everything. But it's a big question in my life. What is more important, life or art? What's more important, to live or to talk about life? To live or to describe life? To live or to write about life? To live or to make music about life? And I don't have an answer. My body wants to talk about life and I want to live. My studio is very important in the way I create music. So it's like a laboratory, it's like a place where I experiment. So I have a big collection in my studio of analog instruments. I also build some preamps and some tube equalizers and everything.
Khaled is a songwriter who has his own albums out, and those are very interesting. They're very deep. He's a must to look up and hear.
De ville en béton, jonchée de barricades, où les rues ont un nom, mais pas les gens massades qui défilent.
The first film we worked on, Caramel, was a favorite because we discovered how exciting it was to make full feature film scores, music that had to stand up to the quality of the visual.
So most of the time, if you take the music alone, you could actually listen to it absolutely fine, no problem. But also when you edit it to the film, then also it gives a different dimension, a third dimension. Something that Khaled is a genuine artist. His contribution to the art scene in Lebanon is enormous. He has done this country a lot of good just by doing his compositions. Taking Lebanon to the international scene. Having this and having the good taste and the will and the love to do it, actually. That makes maybe a genuine artist.
Somehow he always succeeds in getting me very emotional. Whenever I hear whatever he's playing, I get emotional. I guess this is something that really makes him a very, very special and talented composer. It was important for me most of the time to be listening to Khaled's music while shooting the scene, because it gives me the emotion I want and this adrenaline I need to keep going. I think with Caramel it was sort of a love letter from Khaled to me, and it was sort of his way of seducing me. And I think that maybe, yeah, he sort of tried to seduce me through his music and through his talent. And Where Do We Go Now? It was, I think it's more mature as music.
And when you have parents, musicians that are musicians, you have already instruments at home, you hear music the whole day. And when you have a mother that is a director, you see movies, you go to shootings. So maybe, I mean, it's something that he's going to grow up with, but maybe he's going to be a banker, or I don't know, why not? Everything we did was very artisanal. We didn't think of traveling the whole world with our movies, because these were really homemade movies.
The winner is
Khaled Mouzanar for
Where Do We Go Now?
ميركس أفضل موسيقى تصويرية لخالد مزنار عن فيلم كراميل.
Every time I'm awarded for my music, for me, doing music is not something that takes a lot of effort. It's really something that it's natural. I expect sometimes to have an award for something I have to suffer for, to have, not for something that is really given to me by nature. I mean, I don't have anything to do with that, you know. So I think with what we did, Nadine and I, in Caramel and Where Do We Go Now, by like doing two Lebanese movies entirely done in Lebanon, For Caramel and Where Will You Go Now, both of the movies sold in over 60 countries in the world. This showed to Lebanese youth and young director and young musicians that it is possible to make it by staying here in Lebanon. That you don't have to do a movie in English or in French to make it all around the world. You don't have to go to London or to the States or everywhere to record the music for it to sell and to be listened to all around the world.